Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. This time, we're tackling a book all about quests.
Quests.
It's called The Happiness of Pursuit.
Okay.
It's by Chris Guillebeau,
All right.
and it's about people who take on these big, audacious quests.
Okay.
We're talking walking across America,
Wow.
sailing solo around the world as a teenager,
Like, whoa.
and even cooking a meal from every single country.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's about these journeys that people go on
Yeah.
and what we can learn from them.
Makes sense.
And one of the interesting things is that Guillebeau actually weaves his own journey into the book.
Ah.
So he visited all 193 countries.
Wow.
And so he kind of sprinkles in these little dispatch sections that give you like a glimpse into his journey.
Okay, yeah.
So it's kind of a cool way to show you what it takes to actually dedicate yourself to a quest.
Interesting.
So let's get into it.
Right.
What exactly is a quest? So Guillebeau lays out some criteria. It has to have a clear goal, measurable progress, a sense of calling, and a certain amount of sacrifice involved.
Okay. So not just any goal.
Right. So, quitting smoking, that's great for you, but it's not a quest in this sense.
Gotcha. So we're talking big things.
Yeah.
Big challenges.
Like really big things that push you beyond your comfort zone.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So he uses these examples like walking across Turkey, biking from Alaska to Argentina, or even visiting every basilica in the United States.
Oh, wow.
So these are serious commitments.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so it kind of begs the question, why do people pursue these quests?
Right.
Why would you sign up for something so challenging?
Like, what's the motivation?
Exactly. So Guillebeau, he identifies three major themes that drive these quests.
Yeah.
Self-discovery,
Okay.
a desire for ownership and empowerment,
Uh-huh.
and a desire to be of service to a cause or a community.
Gotcha. So let's start with the first one, self-discovery.
Okay, so he talks about this woman named Sandy,
Okay.
and she got laid off from her job. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to take a Route 66 road trip in a camper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it wasn't just about seeing the sights. It was about taking control of her life.
Yeah, like figuring things out.
Exactly, yeah. Figuring out what you wanted to do next.
That makes sense. I mean, a lot of us can probably relate to that feeling,
Yeah. Needing a change.
A fresh start.
And she wasn't just wandering around aimlessly. She was like, I'm taking ownership of this
Going
situation.
in charge.
Yeah, I'm going to figure this out.
Love it.
Then there's Julie Johnson. She's blind, and she decides, you know what? I'm going to train my own guide dog.
Wow. That's incredible.
Like, talk about defying expectations.
Seriously?
She was not going to let her disability define her.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just about having a guide dog. It was about proving to herself and to the world that she could do anything she set her mind to.
So powerful.
Right. So these stories kind of highlight this ownership aspect of quests.
Ownership.
It's about taking control.
Yeah.
It's about pushing past those limitations.
I get it.
Now, for service, this guy, John Francis, has this incredible story. He took a vow of silence for 17 years.
What?
Yeah, and he walked everywhere. This was all to protest an oil spill.
Wow. That's dedication.
It was a seriously deep commitment to a cause he really believed in.
Wow.
Then there's this woman, Sasha Martin. She's like, you know what? I'm bored. I'm going to cook a meal from every country in the world.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it was about bringing the world to her table in Oklahoma,
That's so cool.
expanding her horizons and experiencing different cultures through food.
I love that.
And, it wasn't just about the food.
Right.
It was about actively engaging with the world.
Fighting the routine.
Right, and embracing new experiences.
That's amazing. Oh, and there's that woman, Stephanie. Remember her?
Oh, yeah, Stephanie.
She started that #Give10 project.
Right.
Donating $10 every day to a different cause for a whole year.
It's wild.
Said she combined self-discovery with service,
Yeah.
using giving to explore these causes and make an impact.
It really shows how quests can connect us with others.
For sure.
It doesn't have to be just you off on your own.
Exactly. It's about being part of something bigger.
So we've seen all these cool examples, but how do we actually plan our own quest?
Right. How do we get started?
Well, Guillebeau talks about this balance between spontaneity and structure.
Okay. So you need a plan, but not too much of a plan.
Yeah, exactly. A good plan should allow room for both.
Makes sense.
You don't want to overplan and kill the adventure,
Right.
but you don't want to just wing it and end up totally lost.
That's true.
He even has this little equation to spark inspiration.
Okay, I like equations.
It's dissatisfaction plus big idea plus willingness to take action equals new adventure.
I love that.
Yeah, it all starts with that feeling, like you want something more.
That spark
Yeah, that you need a big, audacious idea.
to light the way.
But the most important thing is that willingness to actually take action.
You got to do it.
He also talks about breaking down those huge quests into smaller goals.
Oh, okay, yeah, bite-sized pieces.
Exactly, yeah. It's all about those sub-goals
Keep you motivated.
to keep you moving forward one step at a time.
Yeah, I like that.
I really liked his example of Steve Cam,
Okay.
and he basically turned his life into a video game.
What?
He used points and like leveling up
Oh, that's cool.
to make progress feel more tangible and fun.
That's so smart.
It's a great reminder that you can be creative, you know.
Absolutely.
Find ways to stay engaged with your quest.
But we got to remember, right? Quests aren't always like glamorous.
Right.
They come with challenges, setbacks,
Oh, yeah.
people who just don't get it.
Right.
Guillebeau doesn't sugarcoat that.
You really doesn't.
He talks about Odysseus,
Oh, yeah, from the Odyssey.
Yeah, his journey home.
The guy was at sea for 10 years.
That is commitment.
Talk about perseverance. And then, closer to home, there's Nate Dam.
Okay.
He walked across America,
Wow.
facing hurdles every step of the way.
It's like a testament to human resilience.
Right. It shows you what you're capable of.
Pushing your limits.
And then there's Gary Thorpe. He spent almost 30 years trying to produce this massive musical piece, the Gothic Symphony.
30 years.
Setback after setback. But he never gave up.
Wow. That's incredible.
It shows you the dedication, the unwavering commitment it takes.
It's inspiring.
It's not just about being tough, though. It's about that passion,
Yeah, that fire.
that burning desire that keeps you going.
When things get rough. I mean, it's really inspiring to hear these stories.
It is.
Because they show you that even when it's hard, even when you face adversity, that pursuit, that questing, it can be so rewarding.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It often leads to this like newfound sense of confidence,
Oh, yeah.
self-reliance.
Yeah.
Like you realize, whoa, I can do way more than I thought I could.
Like Steve Cam. He went from couch potato to like total fitness enthusiast.
Right. And Laura Decker.
Sailing around the world solo at 14.
Come on.
Age is no barrier if you got that drive.
It's all about pushing yourself.
Right.
Stepping out of that comfort zone,
Yeah.
finding those strengths you never knew you had.
It's like it opens up your vision of what's possible.
Totally. But what about when it's over?
Yeah.
Yeah, Guillebeau talks about that too.
Huh?
Coming back to normal life after something so big,
That re-entry.
it can be tough.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
trying to explain it to people who haven't been there.
Right, right.
Guillebeau had that problem himself after visiting every country.
You did, yeah.
How do you sum it all up?
It's hard to put into words.
Exactly. And Megan Hicks, she ran that crazy race.
Through the Sahara Desert.
Yeah. When people asked her, like, what was it like? She just couldn't explain it.
It's like you had to be there.
It's more about the journey.
The transformation.
Right. Less about the destination.
It's the person you become along the way.
The book really emphasizes that. Focus on the stories, the lessons.
Yeah, yeah. Not trying to like package the whole thing neatly.
It's too big for that. So what do you do when you have that post-quest blues?
Yeah.
Find a new mission. Embrace the changes.
Okay.
Remember that this real world, this is your canvas now.
Yeah, yeah.
Take everything you've learned and apply it.
So wrapping up our deep dive into the happiness of pursuit, it sounds like you don't need to travel to every country to feel that power, that transformative power.
Right. Find things that spark you, that make you passionate.
Embrace the journey, the challenges.
It's all part of it. So what's your quest? What are you passionate about? If time and money were no object, what adventure would you take on?
Ooh, I like that. What would make you feel truly alive? Think about that. And remember, the most important step is that first one.
Take the leap.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring
Keep pushing those boundaries.
and keep pursuing your own happiness.